This looks like it's going to be the best class that Paul Chryst has brought in statistically. Logan Brown, the offensive lineman, the highest ranked recruit they've had since '07. In middle school, this big dude was 6'4". Graham Mertz is the highest ranked quarterback the Badgers have ever brought in. Another offensive lineman there in Joe Tipton is a four-star kid from the state of Indiana. Paul Chryst starting his 5th year as the head coach, and he's doing so in style. He joins us now to talk about his class. And, Paul, let's start with that guy up top, Logan Brown. I mean, why was he so highly thought of by literally every program in the country?
Well, I mean, it's Logan's a heck of a football player, and I think that always starts this whole process. But what's got us really excited about Logan is who he is. And, you know, we've been fortunate. We've got to know Logan early, and he committed a couple years ago, and so you appreciate that. And I think our class had that. We had a number of really early committed kids, and then a nice balance. We had some that were this year kind of in the fall, and a couple near the end. But Logan's a heck of a player, and better than that, though, he's an unbelievable person, and couldn't be more excited.
You got that 5-star. Your top 6 kids are from other states. Statistically, as I said, it's your best recruiting class you've brought in yet. What does that say about your program?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, what we feel great about is that we think the kids picked Wisconsin for all the right reasons. And I think in all this recruiting, it comes down to a fit. And we certainly are excited and feel that the kids that signed today are a great fit here. And likewise, they think that, you know, Wisconsin's the best fit for them. And so that's what makes this class feel so good, is that it's guys that have been really thorough in the recruiting process, and yet I think that it came together, and it's a close class. They've, you know, a number of them done a great job of just staying in touch with each other, and so we're excited about this class for a number of reasons. Certainly the football aspect of it, but as important is who they are and how they'll fit on this team and in this campus here.
Well, if fit is so important, how does Graham Mertz, the quarterback, fit in with you guys?
Well, we think that, you know, Graham does a ton of things that can fit right into what we're doing, and possibly add a little bit more to it. And I was talking about how this class is connected, and Graham kind of shows a lot of the qualities of a really good quarterback, and that, you know, he is the leader of this class in many ways, and certainly a great personality, and the other committed kids have really gotten to know him, and he's obviously very talented. You know, we love the way that he throws and can throw every type of ball, but I think who he is again why we're really thrilled to have Graham join us.
You got an in-state kid, Leo Chenal, really talented, played both ways, linebacker and running back in high school. Where's he going to play for you guys?
Leo started linebacker, and you're right, he's a heck of a football player, and from a small town up in northern Wisconsin, Grantsburg. But again, Leo has been committed for a long time now, and his brother's actually on the roster right now, and fired up about Leo, certainly.
What stands out about the linebackers you're bringing in?
I think that we feel like we got a really good group that fits, you know, what we're doing defensively, and it's a group that's active, and also a group that, you know, can play really a number of different linebacker spots. You know, whether it's Mumu, as you watch his tape, and, you know, he's an inside backer that flies around. Spencer Lytle and Skylar, we are fired up about them, and we do think that they've become a great fit for our defense, can help in special teams, and so we're excited about that group.
Now, I'm not saying that Stephon Bracey is faster than you, but I've heard he runs a 4.3 40. How fast is this guy?
He's fast, and again, you know, kind of how he played, and, you know, he does a lot of things for that team, and certainly one of their leaders, and he does have that element of speed that, you know, everyone's looking for, and we're excited to get. But when you watch his tape and you get to know him, he's a competitor, and he's a heck of a football player, and so I think all of that combined is why, you know, we're thrilled to have Stephon joining us.
Paul, when you look at your abilities as a recruiter, you've been a head coach before Wisconsin. You've had 4 full seasons now there. If you were to talk to the Paul Chryst who was just starting as a head coach, what advice would you give him that you know now?
Well, there's so many things, you know, and you know, one of the great parts of our job is that you wear so many different hats. And so I think that, you know, I was fortunate before I became a head coach to being exposed, and, you know, the many individuals that I worked for, you know, so there weren't a lot of surprises as far as what came with it or, you know, what the job entailed. And yet I think that you're always looking to improve. And so every part of it, you hope to be getting better with it. And just like anything in football, you know, it's not, you don't do it alone. And I think it's, you know, I've been fortunate to be surrounded by a number of great people, whether it's staff and coaches or the players that we get to recruit. So I think the biggest thing, advice is you gotta be yourself and you gotta care about the people, and then roll up your sleeves and go to work and together try to be the best you can.
You've talked about fit. Before we let you go, how do Jerry and Howard fit on this recruiting show?
Sensational, superstar, all the above. I appreciate the impact that he had on it. It's he was big time.
Thank you, Paul Chryst. No, it's exactly. I knew he would say that. I knew he would say that. I was setting him up. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys. Thanks.